Welcome to Living the Amazing Life podcast. I'm yours truly, Coach Tim Harrell. I'm so glad you took time to join me this morning on July the 8th, starting a new week, guys. I know you're excited about your new week. I know you had a great time over the weekend. I know you guys did some things. It's summertime, so I know you're just having a ball, enjoying yourself and your family. So I pray that you had a great time. Pray that you went to church and got a word from the Lord to stir you in the right direction this week from a spiritual perspective. And so I'm so glad that you took time to join me. So grab a pad and pen or some type of device to take some notes, because I want to share some things with you. Even though I got it all laid out here for you, and it's a little different format, something different than I'm accustomed to, but I wanted to kind of be creative and do something different to help you maximize the potential on your life, because I believe that is what the Living the Amazing Life podcast is, to add value to you and to help you maximize the potential that is on your life. And so, again, if you have not subscribed to the podcast, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Share the podcast if you want to. I would love for you to share with your friends and family, and that would be great. But on today's podcast, I got my little whiteboard out here. So is that okay, y'all, if I have my whiteboard out here? Because I love teaching. Okay, I'm a teacher at heart. So, and this is, of course, this is what this podcast is all about, is to give you information and content. Now, I don't want you just to take the information and don't do anything with it. You got to take the information and you have to apply it to your life. Okay, y'all feel me? Because when you take the information and you apply it to your life, that is what we call application. And then after you experience application, transformation happens. And after you experience transformation, manifestation happens. So you start to see the fruit of the process, and you want to make sure that you're always adding value to yourself. You're always working on getting yourself better in whatever area of your life, whether it's business, personal growth, or leadership. So on today's podcast, I'm talking about the 4 things to look for in, and I forgot the A, leader you can trust. 4 things to look for in a leader you can trust. And this is so important for you to understand this, because there's some people out there that you should not be following, right? You should not be following. There's some people that, or maybe some leaders in the past that you connected to, and you were hurt by that leader, or you was just discarded by that leader, and you were not important to that leader, or you were not significant in that leader's life. And so I want to help you so you don't make those mistakes, okay? Because I followed bad leadership before in the past. And so what I had to learn is, first of all, number one, I had to learn that I need to know that leader's heart, his or her heart. I need to see the heart of the leader. I need to feel the heart of the leader. I need to sense the heart of the leader. You feel me? That I need to know that heart of that leader. And so that's important. That's the number one that you need to do. Number 2, you need to know that leader has the ability to lead. You don't want to follow a leader who don't know how to lead, okay? So you want to make sure that they have the ability to lead. And so what I tell leaders is that you should always work on your ability to lead, because when you do that, it raises your leadership effectiveness. You become a more effective leader. So taking a master class, or reading books on leadership, or getting a coaching certification or leadership certification program, or getting a mentor or coach to help you develop your ability to lead. And so you want to make sure that you're following a leader who has the ability to lead. And if you're a leader watching this podcast, you have to focus on your ability to lead too. You just can't be saying, I want a leader who has the ability to lead, and you not doing anything to develop and cultivate your ability to lead. You feel me? So you got to have that too as well. All right. Number 3, you got to know that leader's calling. You have to know that leader's calling. Yes. That's just like Jesus. Jesus was talking to his disciples one day, and he said, "Who do men say I am?" And they began to tell Jesus who men say he is. And then he turned around and he looked at him. He said, "But who do you say I am?" right? So, and of course, Peter responded, thou art the Son of the true and living God. I'm kind of paraphrasing there. But Peter knew and understood the calling on his leader. He knew the identity of his leader. And so that's important for you to know the identity of your leader. You should know the anointing of your leader. So when your leader gets up and casts vision, you won't be shocked. You won't be, upset or in your feelings, because you will say, that's my leader's anointing. That is his or her calling, right? So we could have added anointing over here somewhere. Anointing. We could have added anointing, because a calling can be the anointing too as well, right? So you need to know his or her anointing. Now, number 4, that leader have to have commitment. So 4 things to look for in a leader you can trust. I need to know my leader is committed. He's committed to me. She's committed to me, right? Not only he or she is committed to their calling and their craft and their ability to lead and even committed to their own heart, but they're committed to me. They're committed to me. I want leaders that's committed to me. I want a leader who knows that I exist. You see, I want the leader that I follow know that I'm significant. I make a difference. I'm important to him or her. I need that leader to know that. You see, and you, when you're looking for a leader, you need to know that leader is committed to you. Not only is he committed or she's committed to herself and to developing themselves, but they're committed to developing you. And that's why it's important to sit at the feet of a leader who will pour themselves in you. Jesus is a prime example, because we say that Jesus is a supreme model of leadership. Jesus was the supreme model of pouring himself into his disciples. He spent time with his disciples. He equipped his disciples. He trained his disciples. He was committed to his disciples. He was committed to his followers. You see, and that's the type of leader you can trust, a committed leader. And so these 4 things is to help you to really spot that leader that you need to submit to and that you can trust. And that is very important. I'm telling you, and I say this because we see so much bad leadership these days. Every time you turn around on social media, there's some bad leadership that's been put out there, right? Or somebody's been put out there as a bad leader. And we see so much of that, right? And we need to see more good leadership. So if you are viewing this podcast and you're aspiring to leadership, this is for you too as well. Not only for the person you're looking for, but for who you need to become. It goes back to the law of attraction. The law of attraction says, I remember having a conversation with a group of leaders, right? And I had a chalkboard, and I said, what do you look for in a leader? And they began, I want a leader that's honest, a leader that's integral. I want a leader that's is kind and caring and all of this. And I began to write all of those different qualities of the leader on the chalkboard. And after I finished, I covered the whole chalkboard with all of these qualities of a leader that everyone was looking for. And then I turned around to him. I said, everything that we wrote on this board that you're looking for in the leader, you become that. And if you become that, you will attract that, or you will be attracted to that. So you got to become what you want to attract or what you want to be attracted to. You have to become that. And so if you want a quality leadership, become a quality follower. That would then transition into a quality leader yourself. So that's so important. And so we're looking for leaders we can trust, because this word trust is the foundation of leadership. It's the reflection of integrity. Yes, trust is the reflection of integrity. and you should be looking and desiring leaders you can trust. You want to make sure that who you are fits your business, because your business becomes who you are. And so you want to make sure that you understand who you are, your mission, your vision, and your purpose for your personal life. So my mission in life, I believe that God created me, God put me on this earth to help others succeed in life. That is my mission. That is what I do every day. My mission is to help people succeed in life. And so you have to come up with your mission, you have to come up with your vision for your personal life, you have to come up with your purpose. Should help you kind of find what type of business you like to be in. It's very important that you take your time and do that assessment and make sure that you're in the right place. A lot of people get into business because your friend is in a business and he or she is making a lot of money, and then you say, oh my God, I'm gonna get in that business too, right? You jump in that business, you don't like that business, but you paid all the startup costs to get in the business, you did all this stuff to get incorporated, you got all your marketing stuff, you spent all this money to get started, and you don't even like the business. But you gotta understand your tax codes, your tax laws. That is so important. And I think sometimes when people go into business, that's the last thing they learn. And if it's the last thing you learn, it's going to cost you. I'm telling you, you have to. So if I was to take this piece of paper, right, even though I have my notes and stuff on it, if I was to take this piece of paper, you see how nice and and straight and perfect this piece of paper is? That's how trust is. Trust is like a paper. Once it's crumbled, it can't be perfect again. So if I was to crumble it up, it can't be perfect again, right? No matter how much I try to straighten it out, no matter how much I try to smooth it out and iron it out, and it can never be perfect again. You see? That's how trust is. Once you lose it, it's so hard to regain trust. And that's why it's important as leaders is that we guard ourselves, we protect ourselves, and we make sure that we are in an accountability position or accountability relationship with other leaders that we trust, right? And we want to make sure that that we never put ourselves in a compromising position, right? Because there's people following you, people are dependent on you, they admire you, they look up to you, and you don't want to do anything to betray their trust. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. And so I'm encouraging you, leader, is to make sure that you have a testimony of integrity. That your name, because your testimony of integrity is associated with your name and your accomplishment. That's the desire of every successful leader, is to have a testimony of integrity. And that's what you should desire, and you should do whatever it takes to make sure that that's what you displaying from your life. You feel me? And so followers, those who are looking for good leadership, this is what you look for. Look for the heart, the ability to lead, the calling and the anointing, and their commitment. Their commitment, not only to developing themselves, but developing you. Well, guys, that's going to be it on our podcast today. I hope you enjoy just a little bit of information. And each week I want to give you some nuggets to help you to grow and walk in your full potential. And so if you need a coach, you need someone to help you navigate through some tough places in your life, I want to offer you the 60-minute free coaching session. The information is on the screen. All you have to do is contact me, and we can set up this free coaching session with you. And who knows, man? Who knows where this may go? And so I challenge you to take a risk, take a chance, and see your next move, your next step where you need to be or what direction you need to head in. Sometimes you need somebody to come along beside you. Sometimes I know people try to figure the thing out on their own and try to, do this on their own, but it was never designed for that. And I had to figure that out myself because I had to get a coach myself to help me. I don't think I would be here before you if I didn't have a coach in my life. So again, take advantage of it. It's free, one 60-minute session, and we'll see where it goes from there. All right? So again, guys, I want you to enjoy your week. I pray that you just have an amazing week. I pray that you accomplish everything that your heart desired this week. And as always, I pray that you will live the amazing life every opportunity you get. And again, I'll see you guys on next week. This is Coach Tim Harrell. God bless you. Have an amazing week.